Hello, Algebra 2. What we're going to take a look at today is kind of applying some of the things we learned with polynomials in terms of addition and subtraction, multiplication mostly, and applying it to geometric figures. So if you know how to do the polynomial operations, you're going to know how to do this. It's really not that big of a deal apart from knowing a formula here and there. Here we go. So it says write a variable expression for the area of a square whose side is x plus 8. Okay, so some people don't remember the formula right off the top of their head for the area of a square. Area of a square is side squared. So if you fill in, basically you have the quantity of x plus 8 squared. Okay, which basically means that you're writing it out twice. And then multiplying. So we distribute, you're going to get x squared plus 8x, come back around, plus 8x plus 64. And then you can combine like terms here, and you end up with the final answer of x squared plus 16x plus 64, and then that would be units squared since we're dealing with area. Area is measured in square units. Perimeter is measured in linear units or regular units. Volume is measured in cubed units. If we look at number 2, they want you to find the volume of the cube, and the side is represented as x plus 1. So in this case, volume of a cube is side cubed. So you would have the quantity of x plus 1 cubed, which is going to tell you to write that out 3 times and then multiply it. So we did something like this when we were doing the multiplication part of the unit. So distribute, so you're going to get x squared plus 1x, then come back around with that 1 plus 1x plus 1, and then we can combine. So you're going to end up with x squared plus 2x plus 1, and then you still have this quantity of x plus 1 that you got to multiply in. Okay, so continuing on with that, I would flip it and write it as the quantity x plus 1 times the quantity of x squared plus 2x plus 1, and then distribute. So you're going to get x cubed plus 2x squared plus 1x. Then you got to come back around with the 1. So plus 1x squared plus 2x, and then plus 1, and then combine like terms where you can. So you're going to end up with x cubed, can combine a 2x squared and a 1x squared to get 3x squared. A 1x and a 2x is going to give us a 3x, and then plus 1, And then this would be units cubed because you're talking about volume, okay? We're not going to be doing 4, so don't worry about that. I'm going to move down to do 3. 3, they want you to find the area and the perimeter of the rectangle, so there's really 2 things that they want us to do. So if I draw out 3, they give us the side length of x minus 3 here, and then x squared minus 3x plus 4. So perimeter is basically add all the sides. Okay, but one thing that kids often forget is to represent the 2 sides that are not labeled. Okay, so rectangle has 4 sides, got to use all 4 sides. So if I want to do the perimeter, I got to take all these sides and add them together. They actually have a perimeter formula, but most of you remember perimeter is adding up the sides. Okay, so at this point we can go ahead and start combining like terms. So since we're adding, we don't have to worry about distributing in a negative sign. And we can just drop the parentheses. Okay. So again, I kind of start with the higher exponents. So an x squared plus x squared is going to give you a 2x squared. And then we got an x minus 3x, another x, and a negative 3x. So x minus 3x is going to give you a negative 2x, plus x is going to give you a negative 1x, and then minus 3x is going to give you a negative 4x, and then we have negative 3 plus 4, which gives us 1, minus 3 gives us a negative 2, and then plus 4 gives us a positive 2, and then this would just be units because we're talking perimeter. Okay. 3, by the way, is something you definitely need to know how to do in terms of a quiz and a test, finding the area and perimeter of a rectangle. And then to wrap it up, we have area equals length times width. So we know that one side is the quantity x minus 3, and then the other side we're dealing with is x squared minus 3x plus 4. And then I can just multiply in order to find the area. So x times x squared is x cubed. X times negative 3x is a negative 3x squared. X times 4 is 4x. Then we got to come back around with the negative 3. So negative 3 times x squared is negative 3x squared. Negative 3 times a negative 3x is a positive 9x. And then negative 3 times 4 is negative 12. Okay. And then it's down to combining like terms. So x cubed is the highest. I don't have anything else to match with that. And then a negative 3x squared minus 3x squared is a negative 6x squared. And then a 4x plus 9x is going to give me a 13x. And then we have the negative 12 all by itself. And then this would be units squared because we're dealing with area. Okay, so that's in a nutshell with this one, using multiplication, addition, and subtraction for some application.